everybody, and welcome to this week's Sumo call. Today we have Jonathan Nas, Kiki, somebody alerting from the Toronto office, and one other one from the, I think there are a lot of people Canadian in this call, so welcome Canadians. Today we are going to talk a little bit about the upcoming release, and we're going to talk a little bit about the Sumo Play Store update that is cooking up, and you will soon see a Discord post from it from me. But firstly, I also say hello to Luna, who is also watching us, and contributors of the week. We say hello to Oli and welcome here, or him, I don't know, to the Sumo community. Welcome, Oli, and thank you for being here. And I am going to talk a little bit about product updates and then pass the microphone to Roland if he wants to add stuff on what I'm going to talk about. Firefox 66 is 2 weeks away, and Kiki has shared with you a Discord post, and new support articles are coming up soon, so keep an eye on them. And Firefox Lite live feed is launching in English in India on March 18th. Article will be up on March 11th, so for those of you in India, and also I know that Indonesians are heavily using Firefox Lite, watch out, there is a launch coming up. Roland, would you like to add anything on the product updates?
No. Well, I was just saying we don't really support Nightly in Sumo, but a long heads up. Nightly 67 now has support for separate profiles, which we never had before historically in Firefox. So eventually in 67 beta, which comes out on March 19th, we will have support for profiles, and then whenever 67 comes out for real, we will have support for multiple profiles per release. This means you can have, when Firefox 67 GA is released, sometime 7 weeks from March 19th, you will have be able to have a different profile for Nightly, one for beta, and I believe one for release. Which is good news, because sometimes you want to separate the work. And sometimes moving back and forth between Nightly and beta and release causes problems with profiles. This will be eliminated with this work when it's released in Firefox 67. That's all.
Thank you, Roland. I know there are no probably volunteers in the call, but for those of you who are watching us via ERMO, do add your questions on IRC or on Telegram or ping me, and I will ask the questions live here to Roland, or I will ask Roland afterwards. So if you have any questions about what you just heard, do ping me or Kiki in all the channels we'll have, and we will get back to you. With that, I am going to give the microphone to Kiki. She's going to talk a little bit about the upcoming Sumo days that she just announced. Kiki, the floor is yours.
Yeah, hi everyone. So we're gonna have another Sumo day in the coming weeks, like 2 weeks from now when we launch the Firefox 66. So I'm still working on the splash tool and everything that we're going to have, like the tools in Trello board and everything. We're still gonna use Trello boards. I'm sorry for face muted. We're still going to use the Trello board, but maybe a little bit modification on how we use it, and because we're going to remove theme on the processes. But other than that, I think we're going to have the same kind of Sumo days as the previous one. So yeah, expect more details from me and Constantina in the coming week. And if you have any cool ideas for next Sumo sprint, feel free to reach out to me or Constantina.
Thank you very much, Kiki. So buckle up. We have released in 2 weeks. Kiki is getting everything ready and up, and we are starting the communications, so we bring more help to the amazing Sumo Nation, and we can serve the amazing Sumo Nation in the future. There's, again, Kiki has mentioned it multiple times. If you're interested in this, there are other forums or support. So you can contribute either on forums or support in both if you are a super contributor. And of course, like if you have any questions and if you feel very shy about and you're not sure about what the user is asking, do not despair. There is Kiki and I, and there is the rest of the community who are way knowledgeable. So do ask on the contributor forums if you don't know an answer, and the rest of the contributors can help you. do ask on IRC and Telegram, and Kiki and I can also help you there, and the rest of the community, of course. And if nobody knows the answer, I have a feeling that Roland will know the answer. So if we reach into the point that nobody knows the answer, there is Roland who has the power and the knowledge of us all. So eventually we will reach out to Roland. There is also, for those of you who like to contribute in their own language, there is contribution in forums in languages. You might have seen this, like Spanish and Portuguese. And of course, Kiki is surfacing languages on social media. So the Trello board that Kiki is building will have languages for you. So in case you speak a beautiful another language and you want Kiki to give you tweets from that language, do mention that. So we will surface your tweets in language. For example, I speak Greek, which I hope people in Greece don't have many problems, but I might be able to help in Greek if anybody else can't. On that note, I am again asking if anybody has any questions that I cannot see.
Can I add something on the language part?
Okay, of course, Kiki, go ahead.
Yeah, so from what I see on the social support, we've got a lot of comments from Netherlands, so Dutch. So if you have been contributing to the SUMO social support for a while, and maybe you wanted to have account on the reply tool, just ping me so I can add you there. It's a lot easier to discover stuff from there. So if you want an access there, just ping me or Constantina so we can add you there.
Yeah,
and of course, it's not limited to Dutch. But yeah, I'm just saying because we've got a lot of comments from Dutch.
Apparently the Dutch people are very vocal. So yes, if you don't know what the buffer tool is, do reach out to Kiki and I, and we can get you an account. It's basically a Twitter tool, a social media tool we use for Twitter to help us easily identify and reply back. Some people prefer buffer, some people prefer to answer from their own accounts because they want their opinions to be theirs. That's up to you, and that's your decision. We don't have a preference for either. We just want to help users out there. And on that note, I am gonna pass to a completely different topic, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about the Play Store tool. As a lot of you know, last year around May to June, late May and early June, we ran a big experiment where we enabled volunteers to help and reply on Play Store questions. That was a very experimental tool we ran, a lot buggy, and we knew it at the point, but we managed to help a lot of different people. I think around, I don't remember, I need to dig the names, more than 1,000, I think, questions people answered in 9 languages or 10 languages, which is huge, and it was a very nice thing. So we, like the SUMO team, decided that we should invest more on it. On December, we launched a very, November and December, we launched a smaller scale experiment with just some of the contributors only in English, with a more upgraded version of the tool in order to understand a little bit more about how the tool was working. And this was called the version 2. Now for Phoenix, that Ronan can talk more about if he wants to, we are planning to run another experiment and have it ready for the Play Store, which means that you'll see a discourse post from me asking for the people who participated in the peer reviews experiments to give us feedback, ideas, and if they're interested to experiment with us again. We are planning, we're still on the making, we are planning around for April, and oh no, sorry, April is coming soon, around May to be able to release. Those dates are not ready yet. I think Roland had to leave. But yes, if you're interested in that, you will soon see this course post from me going live, and of course a forums post. Kiki, would you like to add anything?
No, that's enough on my side.
Cool. Does anybody who is watching us right now would like to add anything anywhere that we haven't talked about yet?
I'm watching the discourse, but nothing there.
Let's check IRC.
Nothing on Telegram as well.
Nope. I don't see something new. Luna says to us, nope, I'm fine. Thank you very much, Luna, for watching. With that, we are gonna end this call. If you have again any questions, you can find us pretty much everywhere. 2 p.m. us or anything, and have a great day and have a great rest of the week. See you.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.